it's easy for me to forgive people because I understand that it's me who attracted them and they are my mirrors. They are teaching me something based on whatever I have within me, whatever lessons I need to learn from them. That's how they show up. And that's why it is not coincidence at all. When I say forgive others, do not confuse this idea forgiving everything, whatever they did to you. Well, you can obviously forgive everything and forget. But the thing is, you can do things legally. If, let's say, someone is violent to you, and you can still choose to call the police and get them arrested. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't want you to confuse forgiveness with something else, because sometimes you need to call the police. Sometimes you need to tell the people. Sometimes you need to ask for help. It's not that I know, people who are living spiritual life and also the people pleasers, they think, oh, I need to forgive it and just forget it or let it go. And I cannot just do those things, report others or something. Or they feel guilty about regular world stuff, let's say. But you don't have to feel guilty about anything like that. If someone is just trying to choke you or abusing you, you have all the rights to call the police. But what I understood is actually that the system, that protection system, that police and judges, the court, they are not here to really protect you, actually. Most of the time they protect the abusers, violent people, liars, narcissists. But you are here left to learn your spiritual lessons, whatever that is. My point is, you can actually forgive easily when you understand your lesson. You don't have to figure out what was the lesson for them. You don't have to think that, but did they understand, or did they just get away with it? It doesn't matter. It's not your business. You have to focus on your life and your lessons. Asking these questions, that what is it here for you to learn? Because if you keep focusing on the other side, that is just your ego talking. Your mind is just so curious about what happened. But when you turn that arrow to yourself, I'm not saying you need to blame yourself, but I'm saying there is a big lesson here. When my neighbor tried to choke me for no apparent reason, I didn't wrong her at all. Imagine, I was so kind to her. I was pleasing hard. And she targeted me just because I opened the freaking window in the laundry room. It was all meaningless. It was all stupid. The fight and argument, everything was stupid. But she doesn't know that she actually freed me, not by choking me. That's funny. She actually freed me in a way that first I was angry, of course, frustrated, and I was questioning the system and all that. But then my mind ceased very quickly, actually, because I know that I'm here to learn. And it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. The fight, the argument, the judge's decision, Like, all of them were so ridiculous that I couldn't believe my eyes. I was thinking to myself, like, is this a joke or something? That's why I kept thinking and thinking and kept going inward and journaling about it a lot, like a lot. Journaling keeps you sane. So keep that in mind. And I realized, oh my God, I was pleasing her. She didn't even deserve it. And everybody hates people pleasers because people pleasers are actually hating themselves too. Some people would tell you that people pleasers are the manipulators and stuff like that. But it's not 100% true because there are people that are covert narcissists. Yes, they are also people pleasers, and they would manipulate you, and they would just walk in this world making excuses to get offended. But not all people pleasers are manipulators. I didn't need any validation from this woman or approval or anything. I was just trying to be neighborly. But then I understood that you shouldn't be trying to be anything, not a nice person. I came to this conclusion actually many times already, but this was like the last big one probably. Hopefully I learned. You don't need to be a nice person. You don't need to be neighborly. You don't need to be even kind to those people. Because you see, everything you see in this world, like when you are walking, let's say you see a beggar, you see a homeless person, or, like if your ego is shaped with like, oh, you need to be nice, you need to be kind, you need to feel sorry or pity for this homeless person or beggar, whatever. Like, you need to understand that this is all mind illusion. So I'm not saying you shouldn't be helping anyone in this world or just, just be a selfish person or something. No. It's just, if you feel sorry for someone, if you feel pity, you need to understand that that's just a mind illusion. This is not real. This is not a real world we are living in. You need to do things naturally, not out of pity or you feel sorry for someone. Well, I was questioning this a lot. I'm not the person who feels sorry for others because I know this very well that this is not okay thing. Like, this is just the ego feels good about themselves and thinking that, oh, I'm a good person. Let's help out, these people. I feel sorry for them, blah, blah, blah. If you say that sentence that, oh, I feel sorry for someone, that's a trap. Okay? And no, you are not a good person. This is just your ego satisfies itself this way. Maybe you don't even need to help that person. Anyways, this experience freed me in a way that I stopped. In my previous videos, I mentioned I stopped people pleasing completely, and I watch myself actually, like every time, how I walk, how I talk with people, how I act in general in the public. Like when I go to the store or somewhere, I just watch myself, how I talk, am I worried about how people are perceiving me? This was happening to me when I was walking with my son or like going with him somewhere a lot because there is public shame for mothers if the kid is just acting more independent and just, throwing tantrums and etc., etc. Not that I had these experiences, but when you go to a store, even though my son is very well behaved, it doesn't matter. Like, your mind is in your kid. He keeps asking you questions. He keeps showing you stuff, and you try to remember what you are going to buy and what you need or not. All of that. And that was making me really anxious. And sometimes he was just wanted to go to, let's say, toy section, blah, 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 all of that. And you want him to stay near you, and you argue back and forth. And I didn't want people to see us, like, and you feel anxious as a mother, and you try to see yourself through their eyes, which is stupid. You shouldn't be ashamed of your kid or how they are behaving, unless they are not harming anyone. It's just your ego perceives your kid as your extension and you don't want them to act in a way that potentially people think that it's not okay. Let's say if kid is far away from you in the store and you keep calling them their names and stuff like that. I don't know. Everyone's situations is different. I wasn't expecting one thing would lead to another, and I was speaking about totally something else. Not exactly something else, but yeah, it's related in a way. Yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to share. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe and share this video, whoever needs it. Thanks.